Hey everybody, Bear with bearindependent.com. About 6 months ago, I was on a podcast with Matthew at Truth Not Fiction Matters, which is a YouTube channel you should check out. Truth Not Fiction Matters. And the guys from SHTFandgo.com were on as well. And the guys from EMP Shield were on as well. And we were all just, shooting the breeze about SHTF, man, and what's going to happen when the zombies try and rape your dog and blah, blah, blah. And we got to talking about the EMP Shield. I mean, obviously, I'm there with the EMP Shield guys, right? Not that I was there in person, but we were all on the phone and good guys. Seemed like normal, everyday guys that kind of know what they're talking about. I made the comment on said podcast that, I'm just not sure about your product. My subject matter expertise is the national transmission grid. Power transmission, making power and moving it from where it's made to where it's consumed. Your neighborhood, the thing you're watching this on right now. Excuse me. And they said, yeah, we've got all these white papers and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's cool, but I just don't know. I just don't know. And they said, well, we've done all this military testing. We exceeded DOD testing, the test. And these are my words, not theirs, so I'm paraphrasing. And I could be completely wrong because it was half a year ago and I don't remember. But it was something to the effect of the DOD specification was that the device had to break contact on the circuit in 10 nanoseconds with a load of 30,000 volts or something like that. And their device broke contact on the circuit in 1 nanosecond with like a lot more, 200,000 volts or something like that. And not only that, they did it over and over and over again, 30 some times. And they were discussing on that podcast that DOD is outfitting a whole bunch of their vehicles with, can he do it? These. So the guys at EMP Shield, they said, you know what, Bear, and I was very honest, as I try and be. I said, I'm a skeptic. They said, we want to send you something to try out. There's so many videos on these things. Everybody and their brother that's got a prepper channel has an EMP Shield video, and it's like all the bells and whistles and the super cut transition, great production value. That's not how I roll. However, 6 months ago, these were sent to me on 7/11/19, 6 months ago. The guys at EMP Shield believed strongly enough in their product to send me not 1, not 2, but 3 EMP Shields for testing and evaluation, of which, truthfully, I've done none of. That ends now. They were good enough to send me, over $1,000 worth of product. They believe strongly enough in their product to send it to me, no questions asked. I'm in. I can respect that. So we're going to play a little bit with these EMP Shields. I think the first thing we're going to do is install that 12-volt one on this here Ford F-150. It's my bug out vehicle, man. It's my everyday driver. It's what I got. And who knows? Now, one of the things that I find very interesting about this device is that it does not cannibalize the connection, much like a fuse would. If you had a connection like this, think about like when a light bulb goes bad or a glass tube fuse with the filament in the center, right? That when it gets that exceedingly high voltage, by the way, we're out on the homestead today. Please excuse any wind you might hear in the background because Mother Nature and stuff. Simmer down, cane poles. I'm trying to shoot a video. Thank you, wind. We get the point. But when you get a whole bunch of voltage on the line side, that it would burn up that connection and break the connection. However, this doesn't do that. So I don't know if this is like an electromagnetic contactor switch, which is something like what they use for large equipment, 3-phase equipment, 277, 480, 995 equipment, so forth, so on. I don't know, but I guess we should channel our inner 14-year-old girl Instagram and unbox this crap and have a look at it. So stand by. All right, so as you can see, this box has been in my barn a while, like half a year a while. And the fellas at EMP Shield sent me this DC 12 volt, this 12240, and this 12240. The RL and the W, I have no idea what the difference between those two is, but we'll figure it out. And a bunch of stickers and stuff. These are cool. I wouldn't stick this on my vehicle because if the balloon went up, you know, if you were in the know and you saw one of these, you'd be like, hey, guess what? That truck should run. But they did send me the stickers, which is cool. Then they sent some instalación instrucciones, EMP Shield 12 volt vehicle model instructions, which is what we will be doing shortly. And it looks pretty straightforward. Well done. Wiring diagram. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's pop open the 12 volt, which is this thing here. Never cut towards yourself, Bear. Weren't you a Boy Scout? Simmer down, Snowflake. It'll be okay. Okay, so this is we got some Velcro here. I'm sorry, commercial hook and loop here. That's contact here. This is a PVC junction box, 1 gang. We got a weather seal here. We got a lovely piece of tape that holds this thing. That's probably just for shipping. Keep that from getting beaten up in the shipping process. My EMPshield.com, info at EMPshield.net. Interesting. Green is ground. Imagine that. Red would be 12 volt DC. Black would be negative 12 volt. Imagine that. Okay. And this is designed in such a way, it's probably epoxied together that they don't want you to get in there, but it's just a 1/2-inch conduit body junction box. Got some little tabs here for mounting to your firewall. I don't know, firewall, whatever. Forehead, wherever this needs to go. But yeah, it's not designed in such a way that they want you to get in there again. What about on the back? Oh, well stuck together. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna get my ground penetrating radar and I'm gonna look inside of here and I'm gonna be able to put together a schematic that you'll be posted on my website. You'll be able to see what's going on inside of there. It's been filled. It's epoxy filled here on the end. Black epoxy down in there. Interesting. That's the 12 volt. Let's see what the 240W looks like. Same thing. It's the same thing. It's just got, what do we got here? 240. So you're going to have two 120 legs right here. Then you got your neutral, which is a grounded current carrying conductor. And then you've got your ground, which is a green wire. So that makes sense. And then what about this guy? Clearly we've got the same thing going on. White neutral, green ground or earth connection, depending on what part of the world you live in. Then a black and a red, which are both going to be 120 legs out of phase, which makes your 240. Take this here bubble wrap off of here. And this one, get into box if you want to live. This one has a little doohickey over here, partner. Line 1, line 2. So this must be, you can run it out of the box, out of your panel, your main load center, in such a place that you can see this little 4-conductor ribbon cable here. That's gonna, it's be a replication of these 4 here, that this would just be a status indicator outside of your panel that, yep, our EMP shield's up and running, brah. L1, L2, good to go. And there's screws back behind this label. Oh, I really want to do it. I want to see what's in there. There's probably all kinds of rules about don't show what's inside of here. Ah, rivets. They riveted it. Riveting. They don't want you going inside of this. Can you blame them? There we go. Like nothing ever happened. Fabulous. Patent pending. Yep. But it doesn't, there's all your data right there. But it definitely, see, response time less than 1 nanosecond. That's maximum surge per phase, 211,000 amps. That's a lot of amps. Short circuit current rating, 105.5 thousand amps. That's because that's on each leg right here. Each one of these 2 phases. So 105.5 times 2 is 211,000 amps. Maximum surge per phase, maximum surge per line. Short circuit current rating, yeah, because that'd be half of that. Makes sense. Mil standard. Voltage protection rating. 540 volts, 270 volts, 270 volts. Line to ground, 270 volts. Okay. Line to line, 540 volts. Line to neutral, 270 volts. It's got more contacty stuff here. I don't know. Long and short, I still don't know how it works. And I don't think they want us to know. I did notice this on the 12 volt. This being the 12 volt unit here. It does have an inline fuse here. This is probably a glass fuse. And it's got a little zippy-doo here to zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Hold that together. Yeah, later instructions didn't want you anyway. I'm a man. I don't read those. It does have, it's probably 4 foot. This looks like THHN 12. What do we got here? 600 volts. Come on. THHN AWG 12. Man, that bear guy still got it. Still got it. Anyway, it does have an inline fuse here. There it is. You don't want to touch that. The oils from your hands can get on there. But let's see. It's definitely a bussy fuse, and it's a 20 amp bussy fuse. So it does have an inline fuse. That's probably because it's in your car, truck, deuce and a half, puddle jumper, earth roamer, Jeep, or whatever. So, all right, let's put this damn thing in already. He said a bad word. You caught me. All right, we're in the belly of the beast. This is 06. Ford F-150, half ton. It's got the 5.4 in it. Don't worry, just did the tune-up. Only 2 of the plugs broke. Yeah. Anyway, this pig here, we are going to mount the EMP Shield right up here on the firewall. And then we've got our battery over here, obviously. So our red wire is going to go to the positive battery terminal. The black wire is going to go to the negative battery terminal. And then there's many ground wires already run up here. So I can tap one here on this side of the pewter, or over there on that side of the pewter. We'll clean it all up with a zip ties and whatever. I'll probably just use some self tappers to go through these little tabs into this right there. Plastic is cool. Super easy to install. Really? All right, move over. There we go. Nice and convenient. It's in there. Well, as you can see, our little light is on. That really was a pretty dang easy install. It took me longer to assemble the tools that I needed to do this than it did to do this. And I had a pretty good idea of where my tools were, so not bad. Now, to the question of, is it worth the money? I don't know. How do you test one of these? The military can test them. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am not the DOD. I don't have the budget to test these things on my own, nor would I even really know how to begin to test these on my own. I really want to drill those rivets out and see what's inside of there. I'm the kid that when I was growing up got in trouble because I took the VCR into the front yard with my dad's lineman tools and took it completely apart to see how it worked, and then got caught and then put it all back together again with no spare pieces, and it still worked. So I really want to know what's inside that box. But I don't know. I mean, short of some scumbag somewhere dropping a dirty bomb on us or something, how would you know? And so I guess at this point, we just take EMP Shield at their word and trust in the fact that the DOD is buying a whole bunch of these, which is kind of like, if you remember during the Obama administration, it was like, why does DHS need billions and billions of rounds of ammo? Huh, if they're buying all that ammo, maybe I should buy a whole bunch of ammo too. Is it worth your money? You be the judge. You can use promo code BEAR if you'd like to buy one. We need to just smoke that rooster, you know what I mean? Like, just. end him. Anyway, it's in, the light's on, I guess we'll see. I do think it speaks highly of the company that they sent me 3 of these after talking with them on a podcast once and said, got it, you're a skeptic, here you go, play with it. I dig that. I guess it's too early to tell, huh? They've been blasting back over that way. Interesting. I guess it's too early to tell. I really don't know. They have all kinds of white papers and literature at their website, though, that y'all can absolutely check out. I might have to break into one of these. Until such a time as I do, EMP Shield, Bear Nation. Worth your time and attention, you be the judge. If you'd like to get one, you can use the promo code BEAR. And I guess I have 2 more to install on my house and barn and whatever else. I'm kind of stoked. My wife was like, how come you're putting it on your truck and not on mine? Because she don't have a YouTube channel. Well, she does. She just never does anything with it. Shalom and blessings, y'all. We'll see.